This is a unique car, and I think it's the kind of car that children might say, what is it? This one here, getting the wooden one, complements the wooden depot itself and is an older one. It's a relic. It's 1916. Kind of represents three time periods for the Depot Museum. The first is that it is a 1916. It was nationalized by Woodrow Wilson in December of 1917. So it represents that history of the past. It's a relic of that time. It brings it forward for us again. It's present for the depot because we're going to restore it and refurbish it. It's nice that Ken mentioned that the stove inside may have been the stove from as far back as 16, or certainly, let's say, the 20s. So that's a good thing here. And the third thing is it represents the future of not only the Depot Museum, but also for the economic development of Hopewell Junction, because this is another attraction that people have. And of course, we have a kind of captive audience. People on the rail trail, north or south, come upon the depot itself. And many times we have people visit the depot and they say simply, I didn't know this was here. So this is a way that the Caboose augments the whole mission of the Hopewell Junction Depot, because we're a museum not only to the building, the depot, but also to the railroads that ran through it and to the community that grew up around it and became Hopewell Junction.
My dad and me, the first thing we did was we took 2x12 Douglas fir and cut the bows for the inside because they were all rotted. And on the two long roofs, the upper roof is the cupola roof is the original, and the other two were completely restored. We actually just started the North American rail car operators. It all started with a group of like 6 or 8 guys naturally they had wanted me to get a caboose for having like meetings and stuff and forming our little bandit riding group. And it became nationwide after about 10 years. Used to buy the rights to ride different railroads all over the United States. And we used to have Christmas parties and St. Patty's Day parties and get-togethers and meetings in it. It was a good time for my two daughters, and I grew up really enjoying it. You know, I would say it's a memorial to the railroading past. At least you have this piece to show what really happened here. I'm glad that it's done that, and then it'll show what life was like back then, how hard it was, and what they did.
The excitement I had when I first saw it sitting here is it's a unique caboose in itself. It's a unique caboose to the area, and I think that it's a unique railroad car, and that's what I like about this here. This is a 19th century station. This is a very early 20th century railroad car, and I think that they complement each other well, and I think that hopefully maybe we'll get a steam engine.